Yo, Paige Hurd is here, man. Cruise Show, Real 92.3 LA's new home for hip-hop. Paige, what's good?
Hi, how are you guys?
Good, how are you?
Good.
We were just having a very naughty conversation right before we jumped on.
Yeah, we were.
Yeah, but you an adult, we can have these conversations.
We sure can.
You feel me?
Yep.
There's a lot of people that still see you as a 12-year-old. Right?
I know, it's the weirdest thing.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I still see you like a 12-year-old, 13-year-old.
I don't know why. I mean, it's been so long. I was with my little sister the other night at a comedy show, and there was 4 of us at the table, and the waitress looked at me and was like, "Can I see your ID?" And I was like, me? Like, me? No, you can't. But that's my little sister, and you can card her. But
right. Me, I was smoking in the parking lot. Are you kidding me?
Right, exactly.
I was drinking in the car. You tripping? Parked, of course. Paige Hurd is here, man. Power Book 2, Ghost is crazy. Currently in season 3, new episodes dropping weekly on Stars. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You're part of this star-studded legendary cast. There's Mary J. Blige, there's Method Man, right? And then the list goes on and on and on. Working with legends. That's nothing new to you, but still very exciting, I'm sure, and inspirational.
Yeah, no, definitely.
A lot of game, right, on set?
Yeah, but I I don't have a lot of scenes with them, so I unfortunately didn't get to experience a lot of the game, and
What about like in in the trailer, or you guys hanging out?
Well, no, not necessarily, because I'm not there on those days. But pre-COVID, when we were having our table reads in person, I did get to sit next to Method Man. So that's always like, that was always like really cool for me. I try to sneak in a conversation or two. So.
Yeah.
But he was really good friends with my godfather too. So that alone was just like, he's a great guy. Yeah,
rest in peace. DMX, the most legendary. Yo, I saw a video. Well, I've seen it so many times on TikTok. I've seen it on Twitter. I've seen it on the gram. You guys are driving and you're singing Taylor Swift, Shake It Off.
Yeah.
And DMX, without missing a beat, just, what?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah. Shake it off. Shake it off.
Yeah.
What? Like, legendary.
And he was being so nosy. We were actually driving back from San Diego, and I was just recording it on my own. Yeah. And then he kept like peeking his head through. Like, I don't have that part of it on the internet because it's like a 3-minute video that I have, and I just have that little piece that was shared. But he's just like creeping in my video to see what I'm doing. I'm like. So I just kind of turn it, and then he's like, he hates that. He's like, what is this? And then he like really, he really got into this song.
He got into it.
Yeah, I wonder if Taylor Swift has ever seen it.
She's got to see it.
She has to see it. She's one of my faves.
Hip-hop. Yeah, she'll get it. And that's legendary right there. Another story that I've heard was that he took you to Six Flags?
Yes.
And he missed the exit?
Yes.
So he backed up on the freeway to get on the exit? And before entering the park, he's got weed on him. They find it.
Yeah.
Weed is not legal at the time.
No.
So you guys are not allowed in.
Yes, amen. Thank you, Jesus. To this day, I will say. It's so funny when I shared that, a lot of people just were like, why is she saying that story? Like, what are you saying that for? Because I want to. Yeah. And because I was asked. That's what I thought. And a lot of people had my back too. Like, it's her family member. She can say whatever she wants. But like, I just think that's one of those stories that is... It's really his personality, and that's just kind of how he is.
Yeah.
So
that's DMX. It's DMX, of course.
Hilarious. And a lot of people are like, why would her parents let them go with him? I'm like, well...
You're just like, they also chose him to be my godfather.
Right. Well, no, I did actually.
Oh, you did?
Yes, I did. My parents had no say in that. That was me. I asked him on the set of Cradle to the Grave, like, will you be my dad?
No way. Wow.
That was my doing.
What made you ask him? And how old were you when you asked him?
I had to be like 8 or 9 when we filmed that. And at the time, I felt really far away from my father, who was living in Texas. And that was probably 2 years after we like moved out of Texas. We were here, and I was just like, you're a kid and you're just like, oh, well, and you're playing my dad, and we had so much fun together. And him and my godmom, Tashira, hadn't had their daughter yet, and they really wanted a girl. And I was just like, well, I'll be her.
I'm a girl.
Yeah, I'm a girl. I can do it. And they fell in love with me. I fell in love with them. And that's like the running joke, and the funny part of the story is that like I chose my godparents.
Oh, very cool.
So cool.
You got the part.
Yeah.
You got the part.
Yeah, I did.
You got the gig.
And they got the part too. Yeah.
They got the part as well.
Yeah.
It worked out for everybody. It was a summer blockbuster.
Them.
Congratulations.
Yep.
That was major. What's up, Leche?
You still got any of the JCPenney catalogs and stuff like that?
Oh my God, I do.
You hang on to them?
I do. Yeah. I have a full book because I used to be signed to Kim Dawson. And, back in the day, you had all your stuff in print, and I have a full book of all my like pictures and all that stuff. I wonder if I should I should post those things.
Would you ever sell them for auction? And
Absolutely not. No.
Cruise cares, man. Listen, we have a yearly.
We'll take it.
I don't think anybody wants those.
Well, you never know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Just do a JCPenney like photo dump on Instagram.
Oh my gosh. You know what? I should. I mean, I've just started finding like all my stuff. Like my first commercial I did for Kmart in Sesame Street in 1999. Like found that on YouTube and put that all together. Felicity. Like I've been finding stuff. I'm like, oh, this is really cool.
Seeing that, what emotions are unleashed?
Just how far I have come and just kind of seeing like, wow. I think there's times where I feel defeated or like, I'm just tired, man. I just want to be done. And then I think of how young I am. And then I look at those and I'm like, well, girl, you've been doing it a long time. So it's totally okay to have these feelings and these moments that you're having. So a lot of those, and then just trying to make her proud because she didn't choose that. It was kind of just chosen for me. And I just want to make sure like, I make my little page proud.
Yeah, that's awesome. What's up, Jackie?
You mentioned your age, and did you ever feel like you missed out on a normal, I guess, childhood because you started so young?
Yeah, in certain ways. Like I did kind of have a normal childhood. Like I'm one of 5 kids. We grew up all over the valley, but like our home where we settled for a few years was Reseda.
Oh, wow.
And like, Reseda.
Reseda.
Yeah, you gotta know Reseda to know Reseda. Like I was in the middle of the gangs. Like it was crazy.
A lot of
taking the
Mexicans out
metro,
that way.
okay? Taking the metro to school while I'm filming Everybody Hates Chris. Like,
oh my gosh.
my mom was really trying to keep me humble. She did a great job.
Yeah,
I was like,
humble.
girl. I never forget one time I almost got kidnapped going to school, but that's a whole nother story. It's a long story. Yes.
We got time, Jig.
By these 2 men pulled into an alley. And I was walking to school and they got out and they're like, get in the car. And I was like, and I just took off running. But guess what? I had nowhere to go but the bus stop. And I was because I had to get to homeschool. You have to check in 2 times a week. And this is after my public school career. And I was just like, oh my God. And I just took off running and I was like, this is wild. And I remember going home like, you have me on TV and taking the metro at the same time. And she was like, I don't have you doing anything. Like everybody's just, all my other siblings were in public school. My mom was working. She's a single mom. So we just kind of had to figure it out. But, in those ways, I had a very normal childhood. Like I'm working on Everybody
That's normal
Hates
in
Chris
Reseda, almost getting kidnapped. Yeah,
okay, yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Every day we call that Wednesday.
Living across the street from gang members, coming outside. Somebody passed away. God bless him. One of them, they were twins.
No.
Yeah, and there was some crazy stuff. Like it was my little brother's, his little friend was named Junior, and it was his family, and it was sad. Then I had a neighbor named Jessica. Like shout out to Jessica. I don't know where she is in the world, but that was my homegirl. She would come over. I would just stand outside with her, talk to her. She would give me all the tea about everything.
Oh, that's funny.
But yeah, in those cases, I had the normal childhood. I was filming and then coming home and unloading the dishwasher and doing chores and stuff. But then there are other parts of it that, yes, I feel like I missed out on, and I really wish I could go back and relive.
When you're acting, right, do you dig from those experiences?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Sure.
Absolutely. Yeah, when it's time, you could just kind of take it there and go there wherever you need to go.
Like if a role calls for you to be kidnapped, you're good.
Okay,
you know that feeling.
Look, yeah, for sure.
You can pull from that fear that you felt, man. That's crazy.
Yes.
Reseda, shout out to that.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay.
They're living in Reseda inspired the name Thuggin on IG.
I think living in Reseda and maybe a few other, experiences that I had in life definitely. And it's funny because I don't talk about them a lot. So people are like, why is your Instagram named Thug? And I'm like, well, now it's just because it's fun and everybody wants to know why. But really, it just came about because Instagram wasn't popping at that point. And when I got on it, like all my names were taken. Like people were doing fake pages of me left and right. It's like Heard page Heard, this, that. And I was like, well, I can't find anything. I was like, Thuggin', this won't stick. One day I was verified, and then the rest is history.
There's no turning back from
it's
there.
Fine.
You can't change it. It's Thuggin' from now on.
Exactly.
I remember I was Tickle Guns on Instagram first. Tickle Guns. That
like
was my
that,
IG
actually.
name, and people were looking at me like I was some kind of weirdo. And that's all right.
I like
am.
that.
Yeah, it's all good. Paige Heard is here. Power Book 2 Ghosts on Stars. Is it tough memorizing lines, even at this point in your career?
No. I think that's the easiest thing for me. I don't know why. It's so
tough.
weird.
We've never had to, right? But it sounds tough.
It does. I'm really bad at like drops and doing those things that I'm reading on a paper. Like I'm one of those people, I have to have things memorized. Even at award shows, you know, they have teleprompters, but I have to have it memorized because my nerves will kick in and I'll start stuttering and things like that.
Sure, yeah.
But I've always just been, super good at like memorizing lines, my surroundings. Like if I come one place one time, I don't need directions again. Like I don't know. That's kind of how my brain works.
Yep.
Are you more of like you really stick to the script, or can you like what's the word I'm trying to say? Like improvising, like you know. Or are you just one that's like, okay, I know what I read and this is what I'm going to say?
It depends on the project and it depends on like the writers. You want to always be respectful to the writers. So like, you know, I'll start just definitely by the book. But then I think if there's things that you can go walk over to the writer and say like, you know, hey, I was thinking, can I add this or can I say it like this? And, you know, they'll be like, yes, sure, or no, can you just stick to it? So sometimes you can improvise and other times you kind of just want to stick to what's written.
Is there an actress in your life that's a friend, a true friend, and an actress
yes.
that everyone knows and loves?
Yes, there is. You know who it is? Oh, okay. He was shaking his head like this, and I was like, "Oh, you know who it is."
He was answering his question.
Oh, okay.
So sorry.
No, it's totally fine. I was like, "Oh, who?" Megan Good. Megan Good. Yeah. Wow. She's been a really dear friend of mine and a great big sister for this industry. And it's so weird. I feel like I tell her all the time, like, "Girl, I feel like I'm literally you at this age, and like I'm just her reincarnated." It's wild. Like we have so much in common. She's always just been so lovely and kind to me and just,
Big sis.
Yeah, absolutely.
Big homie.
Absolutely.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
You got to have somebody like that.
Yeah.
At least one person in any industry that you're in, I think you should have someone, almost like a mentor, I guess, maybe, you know, or someone to say, hey, look out.
Yeah. And, you know, it's really weird. Unfortunately, this industry, like a lot of older women don't want to be your mentor or even
That's what I've heard.
Men, you know, like I've asked older men who I worked with who I'm like, wow, you really paved the way too. Like, can you be my mentors? Nah. Okay, cool. Like, thanks.
Sucks.
Yeah. I actually had somebody tell me no and I was like, oh,
that broke your heart.
It didn't.
No?
It didn't. I just was like, okay, that's weird.
Fucking asshole.
Energy, but
I was like, I didn't need much, but okay, thank you.
Like,
but
I just needed your help, but all good.
Right. But with Megan and I, it was just like instant. And we just were there for one another. So
that's great. Is there a lot of insecurity in actors and acting in the field? I
mean, I won't speak for everybody. I'll let everybody keep their mask up, but I'll speak for me and be honest. What did Kanye West say? No, but yes, I think that there are some insecurities here and there.
What's your biggest one?
Dang, nosy.
I like substance, G, so I'm asking.
Okay, for sure. You guys want to get candid? I think for the longest time, I had two. I really, and they don't even like they. Well, I guess they can coexist right now with the way the world is going. But like for the longest time, I wanted to be a white girl.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
And
call
then
that Blanco behavior.
Blanco behavior. I wanted to be Blanco. And then also too, I was just kind of struggle with body dysmorphia a lot. Like half the time you think you're fat, but then it's like, well, I really want a big ass, or I really want, you know, like I just think those things. So I try to just stay in my lane and do what I can do. And like you can't look at other people. Like what you have is what you have, and you need to make it work.
Jackie, you've gone through some of that, right? I mean, we've spoken
100%.
about that.
And like I think a lot of it has to do with, like you said, the way like the world is now.
Yeah.
You see it on social media, whether you see, you know, girls who buy their bodies, and that's like, you know, if that's for you, that's awesome.
Yes.
But then other times you're just like, okay, well, I want to lose weight, but I want to look like this, and then you just have that constant struggle. It's really hard to get over.
No, for sure. And I always was like, you know, God, you made me black and Puerto Rican, but you did not give me any Puerto Rican features or any, like, you didn't give me curves, you didn't give me a butt, but instead you gave me a little SpongeBob stomach, and I'm trying to make it work. You know what I mean? Like, so.
Nah, body dysphoria is real.
No, it really is. And then you see people like, you know, half people can get their bodies done and be praised for it. Yeah. But I don't think I'd be one of those people. I think if I did it, it'd be like, ew, why'd you do that? Why are you doing this? So I just be like, you know what? I'll just stay in my little lane over here.
I mean, Jackie, you said if you had money, you wouldn't look that way.
Yeah, I literally told him the other day, all the guys, I was just like, if I had money, I wouldn't look the way I do right now.
Why? You're gorgeous.
You feel me?
Thank you. I appreciate that. But like, I don't know. I've always told them, I was like, I could just, you know,
No, I feel you though. Like that's the world we live in. That's sad.
We talked her out of getting filler.
Good. Amen.
Actually,
Please
I
don't
hooked her
do
up with a
that.
good deal for filler. Just
Don't do it.
You did get her a Groupon.
I got her some discounts.
Don't.
Her a
Don't.
Groupon, but she
Lip
Nah, I was
fillers?
gonna
You're talking about lip fillers?
Lip fillers,
yeah,
yeah.
don't do that. You know what's so funny? I went with a friend one time to get her lips done, and the doctor looked over and was like, "Who did yours?" And I was like, Jesus. No, like, yeah, Jesus and my parents. Like, but thank you very much.
who did you? That's a compliment, I guess.
Right, it was. I was like, oh, cool. But just Jesus. I mean, not just, like, amen. But
Right. Paige Hurd is here, man. Power 2, Ghost, out on Stars. What do you love most about your character, your scenes, and the vibe that you bring to the project?
I mean, Lauren was fun to play because it was just like, we needed a Lauren. I definitely wish Lauren had a little bit more edge to her, especially in this last season. I feel like, she did what she could do, but I just had fun learning a lot. I always say, like, I didn't go to college because I've been acting my whole life. So I kind of got to learn a lot about the books that we were touching on in the canonical studies classes and stuff like that. So that was really cool. And at first I would say she kind of reminded me of my older sister. Because my older sister went to like Howard and Pepperdine and stuff. And she's I call her the smart one. And so I kind of like channel my sister into her a little bit in those the first season. But I just enjoyed the scene partners I had this year. I did kind of enjoy like being MIA and being in hiding and doing all that stuff. I really committed to it and cut my hair and colored it and wasn't posting on social media. I was like, wow, I really feel like I'm in hiding.
Yeah. Living a different life almost, right?
Yeah.
Do you feel like it's hard to kind of just let go of your character when it comes to just being you?
You take your character home?
Yeah.
No, not normally. Not normally. I think that I've had one independent project I did that was super, super heavy. My character had to like do a suicide scene and stuff like that. I think that's probably the only time it went home with me, but just for the night, cried it out, got over it. It was whatever, because you had to do the work to get there. Right. With Lauren, there's not really, like, I don't take her home, but let me tell you, if I get on social media, the Power fans will immediately put her in my house, and I'm like, oh my God, no, it's not me.
Right.
Or I post a picture like, what are you doing outside of witness protection? Like, give it up. Like, it's not Lauren, it's Paige. Like, give it up. I'm outside having fun. You know what I mean? Like, oh, witness protection doesn't look that bad. You're right, it's not.
Some people can't separate.
They
right?
really can't,
really
especially
can't.
the Power fans. But God bless them. They're
sure.
super loyal.
And I'm sure you had a bunch of little boys talking about it. What's up, Tasha? Can I get your number?
Yeah, people still call me Tasha, so that's funny.
Yeah, man. I mean, a lot of people fell in love with you.
Yeah.
And they continue to do so. Anything weird, though? No stalkers, right?
No, yes.
Yeah?
I did have one really, really bad for, what was it, like a year or two? I still have it in my phone. I went to the police and everything about it, and they were like, well, we can't do anything until we hurt you. And I was like, okay, well, is your body camera on? He was like, yeah. And I was like, okay, well, I'm going to kill him myself. So I just wanted you to have that on record, because if I find him and see him, like, I'm going to kill him. And oddly enough, he lived in New York.
Wow.
So this was before Power. When I got Power, I was spooked. I was like, oh God, he's going to find me.
Right,
He's going to find me. Because I'm like, how did he get my number? And he would call. Like, there was one night he called, from 2 a.m. to 6 a.m. I couldn't even use my phone because it's back to back to back to back to back. And it's so many different, like, area codes. And they were from China, Australia, from New York, from this, da-da. And yeah.
Oh, he had that scammer energy.
Yeah. Yeah. Then I had another one that was pretty weird that I would see in person, who would show up at, like, when we were doing the run for the independent project I'm talking about. Like, he would show up at all the premieres and he would bring me like a rose.
You saw him?
Yeah. And I didn't know at first. He'd bring me like a rose, and I was like, I watch a lot of murder documentaries. So I was like, ooh. So I was like, he's going to get to 12 roses and he's going to kill me. And that's going to be it. And this is my story.
You're writing the screenplay to your death.
I really was.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, we're at 3 roses. all right, I see what's happening here. Because they were single roses. Why are you bringing me a single rose every time?
Right,
You
right.
had to have a plan.
Sure.
It
yeah.
had to
know?
go up to a dozen.
Right,
Please. Like-
exactly. 12, you're out of here. I was like, all right.
So were these people caught or what?
No, I don't know where they are.
Changed your number?
I don't even know why I'm talking about
Good.
it.
Yeah,
As if
forget
they're
them.
just
Yeah,
like,
forget it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's a safe space. You felt
Right.
safe.
Yeah, for today.
That's right. Exactly. Who's on your necklace?
My godfather.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's great.
The
Thank
fit's
you.
dope.
Thank you. My favorite, Barriers, New York. They're a dope brand. And then just
Got a lot of sneakers.
yeah, a lot of shoes, like Converse. And I'm not really into like these type of sneakers that much, but I don't wear heels like that either. So yeah, definitely a lot
I feel
of
like heels now are just overrated at this point.
they're not comfortable.
It's more comfort than like style at this point.
Yeah, exactly. But a good boot heel is cool for me.
Yeah.
Like I could do a boot heel if I'm gonna go out.
What about slides or Crocs?
Absolutely. I have a whole wall full of Crocs.
Crocs.
But you know what? Like, I used to go really hard for Crocs and I just gave up because I was like, look, I'm not about to keep supporting somebody that's not going to like then look at me and be like, wow, we really want to work with you. We worked together for a second, but I thought we could have worked longer and harder. But, you know.
Oh, it ended.
How long was the relationship?
It was
that
just
the
one of
shortest
those.
relationship?
No, I've had shorter.
Really?
Yeah. No, it was like one of those one-off deals you do with somebody.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I was hoping to have a longer standing relationship
Sure,
or whatever.
yeah.
I know the
but-
feeling.
Yeah.
I know the feeling. What up, Remy?
Treated you like an influencer. You're a star.
Yeah, they really
No
did.
disrespect.
No, they
Respectfully,
really
but I'm
did.
just saying.
They really did.
Yeah. You're a star out here.
Thank you.
You're not just it's not just a brand deal.
Thank you.
You feel me?
It's not a sponsored post.
No.
You're a campaign.
You
G.
guys are nice. Thank you.
Yeah. Hashtag ad. You feel me?
No. A campaign. G.
Okay.
Campaign.
Hashtag brand ambassador.
Ambassador. I'm like,
Yeah.
Are you brand ambassador for any brands right now at the moment?
No, actually.
No.
Free agent.
Free agent.
Yeah.
good.
They're up.
Yep.
Yeah.
Savage
Yeah.
Fenty.
You
Tap
save,
in.
you save your money. Are you financially responsible or are you all out?
Both.
Good.
Yes. not 50-50.
The money's coming. All good.
Yeah, I'm one of those people that like I like to spend it while I'm here. I'm not saving up for anything crazy, but I am very responsible. Like I own my home. I pay my bills on time. Everything gets paid. But I do, I would say like the only thing that I have that's a problem are purses.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it's sick.
Yeah.
But I would love to just say right now I'm on 5 months, going on 6 of not buying a purse.
Oh, you bag sober.
So yes.
Yay!
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Get you a coin
I hope,
with a little
I hope you don't relapse.
Yes.
Cake. Let's get her a sober
The
cake.
Serenity prayer, please. But I will be breaking soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's screenshots.
I mean, do we have
in
Chanel
mine.
purses? Do we have
What's
a
the most
Birkin
expensive
bag?
bag? Yeah.
Oh, no Birkins. We don't. Okay, so I do have like a cap on how much I'm going to spend on the bag. You know what I mean?
$4
Like,
grand the cap?
I would say like 5.
5 grand?
5, and that's like with taxes. Like the taxes are killing me. So 5 is like the top. I don't do Birkins. They're just too expensive. I don't see. I can understand the value for some people, but for me, I don't get that. I rather have that money in my pocket. So if a man ever bought me a Birkin, I'd be depressed. I'd ask him to take it back and give me the cash.
My mom said the same about a Louis Vuitton purse.
Really?
She's like, just get me one from Marshall's and give me the rest, cash.
That's nice. Or you could get her Louis Vuitton and then the cash in the Louis bag. So then she's not stressed out about
No, this
it.
guy's not doing
Because
that.
I do have buyer's remorse too. Like
Survivor's guilt, kind of.
not survivors, but like buyer's remorse.
Buyer's remorse,
Like,
yeah, it's a difference.
He said survivor's remorse. No, not that.
Coming out of Rosita?
Yeah, like
Fucking.
yeah. But yeah, so I don't know. And I've also learned too over time, I think that it's a way of coping with my anxiety and stuff, is like just going shopping.
No, I've
Oh,
noticed
same.
that.
Yeah, it's like a
I feel alone
weird
when
thing.
I go shopping sometimes.
Yeah. I'm having a bad day. I'm sad. I'm like, I need to buy something.
All of a sudden, I
retail
need to
therapy
change
Tuesdays.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
need to change like your whole closet or something.
Yeah.
You said you're gonna like break it soon. Is there a bag that you already have in mind?
Oh my gosh,
Show
there's no, there's like a lot of screenshots in there of like so what I do is I go to every single website, like all the Celine, Gucci, Louis, Christian Dior, like all the places I like, and I just go look through everything. And I screenshot all the ones that I want. Because sometimes it's like an impulse, right? But if I screenshot it and I put my phone down and then I go back to it, I'll be like, I didn't want that that one, or I wanted this one, or I didn't want that one. I do have my eye on one right now, but it goes over my $5,000 budget, so I'm not going to do it.
You work hard.
I'm gonna
Just get it.
No, don't do that.
Yeah,
my
just do
mom's
it.
going to be really upset with
Just do it. You work
I've been
hard.
doing good.
How much is it going for?
6,100. That's bad.
Do it. Just
No,
do it.
that's stupid. That's stupid.
You don't have a
right.
family. You know what I'm saying? Like
I
yo,
don't. I don't.
Go for it.
You're
Do
right.
it.
See, Cruz is the
You're
one,
right.
like, he's told me before, he's all like, money
terrible.
comes and goes, just do it. And I'm like, okay,
No.
you know what? And now every time I buy something, he's a little voice in the back of my head saying, just do it.
Just do it.
That's me. That's me all the time. But you know what? I am trying to like do a few renovations in the house. So then sometimes now I think about it when I'm like, okay, well, we could buy this first. Or
New kitchen island.
Yeah. New chimney.
I just finished the kitchen, but I'm like,
backsplash on the
or we can start on the bathrooms.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
There you go.
Or
Smart.
go get that damn couch you've been wanting.
Yeah.
Well, I have a couch, but you know, for the room. Like,
Right.
you know, like stuff like that. So.
Let me find out you coachless, dog, and you got a $5,000 bag.
No. Everything
Or couchless,
is
sorry.
no. I got a couch. Like, everything.
You
is
ever rock a
good.
fake bag?
No, actually. Mm-mm.
You never get one?
What if you were gifted one and you didn't know?
Then yeah, I guess I would be rocking it because I didn't know. But yeah, I mean, I don't knock it at all. I heard there's some really good ones out there, that
is,
you
yeah,
wouldn't
there
even
is.
know.
There's some high-end replicas.
Yeah, well,
Go to
show
Santi
me. Show me where to go.
Santee Alley in downtown LA.
Oh, see, no, I'm not going down there.
No, we're not doing all that.
No, you gotta go. You gotta.
No, thank you. No, I'm good.
Nah, we good.
Yeah.
Paige Heard, Power Book 2, Ghost on Stars. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for stopping by. We appreciate
Thank
the energy and the
you.
time.
I have fun.
Yeah, now whatever
Thanks,
you need from us,
guys.
let us know.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
Oh, by the way, show us a picture of what you found on the floor.
Okay, so here, I was driving in and I found this on the floor in the parking garage, and I couldn't leave her hanging because she does not deserve to be run over. So if this is anybody's abuelita, right? Abuelita,
Sure.
please reach out to 92.3 and claim grandma because, well, you know what? I don't know. Should I take her home?
Maybe.
Maybe, and
it
just
was
kind
meant
of
for
have
you
her
to-
like as my guardian angel.
Yeah, sure. Let's hope she hasn't passed.
I don't think so. I mean, this looks like a very fresh Polaroid.
Okay, good.
Yeah, so I think that she's still here with us. God bless her family. She's coming home with me. I love you, abuelita.
Damn, you making godfathers and grandparents.
Yes, I am.
picking
I've been walking around with her, so I'm gonna put her in my purse.
Whoever that is, she just chose.
I did. You're hired.
You got the gig.
You got the job.
Salute, Paige. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Love, man. Cruise
Bye.
Show, Real 92.3.
Yo, check out more of our YouTube interviews now, ASAP Plus. Download the free iHeartRadio app so you can check out the Cruise Show podcast.